Kautilya once warned that poverty is rarely created by a lack of money. It is created by a lack of discipline in the mind. Across the world, especially in modern America, people often believe that wealth is the result of luck, education, or opportunity. But Kautilya understood something far more dangerous. Two people can start from the same city, the same education, and even the same income. Yet their financial futures become completely different. One remains trapped in survival. The other quietly builds wealth. Why? Because the real difference between rich and poor is not income, it is mindset. A poor mindset reacts emotionally to money. A rich mindset controls money strategically. A poor mindset chases comfort. A rich mindset builds long-term power. Kautilya believed that wealth follows those who master their thinking before they try to master the world. If your mind is undisciplined, money will never stay with you. But when your thinking becomes strategic, patient, and controlled, wealth stops being temporary. It becomes inevitable. Tonight, we break the hidden psychological difference between rich thinking and poor thinking, and why mastering this difference can completely transform your future. Chapter 1. The Psychology of a Poor Mind. Kautilya believed that poverty begins in the mind long before it appears in the wallet. A poor mind is not simply a person who lacks money. It is a person whose thinking constantly pushes wealth away. The first sign of a poor mindset is emotional decision-making. People with a poor mindset often react to money instead of controlling it. When they feel stressed, they spend. When they feel successful, they celebrate by spending even more. Money becomes emotional therapy instead of a strategic tool. Kautilya warned that a person who cannot control their emotions will never control their resources. The second sign is short-term thinking. A poor mindset focuses almost entirely on immediate comfort. Instead of asking, "How can I grow this money?" they ask, "How can I enjoy it right now?" This creates a cycle where income enters quickly and leaves even faster. The third sign is the habit of blaming circumstances. Many people with a poor mindset believe their financial situation is caused by external forces. They blame the economy. They blame their job. They blame rich people. But Kautilya believed that blaming the outside world weakens internal power. The moment a person believes they are powerless, they stop searching for strategy. And without strategy, wealth becomes impossible. Another dangerous trait of the poor mindset is the addiction to comfort. Comfort feels safe. But comfort rarely creates growth. People with a poor mindset avoid discomfort at all costs. They avoid learning difficult skills. They avoid taking calculated risks. They avoid investing in uncertain opportunities. But wealth almost always requires temporary discomfort. Kautilya understood that the mind that fears discomfort will always remain average. There is also the problem of comparison. A poor mindset constantly looks sideways. They measure their life against the lifestyle of others. Social media amplifies this weakness. People see luxury cars, expensive vacations, and glamorous success, and they feel pressure to imitate it. This leads to unnecessary spending, status chasing, and financial instability. But real wealth rarely grows in public. It grows quietly through discipline. Kautilya believed that the greatest enemy of financial growth is uncontrolled desire. Desire constantly whispers, "Buy this. Upgrade that. You deserve more comfort." But every impulse purchase weakens long-term strength. If desire controls your decisions, money will never stay with you. The poor mindset is not created by a lack of intelligence. It is created by a lack of discipline. And until the mind becomes disciplined, every increase in income will only create a temporary illusion of progress. Because wealth does not follow effort alone, it follows strategy. And strategy begins in the mind. Chapter 2. The Discipline of a Rich Mind. Kautilya believed that wealth is not attracted to effort alone. It is attracted to discipline. A rich mind does not see money as something to spend. It sees money as something to control. This difference may sound small, but it changes everything. The first trait of a rich mindset is long-term thinking. While a poor mindset focuses on immediate pleasure, a rich mindset focuses on future leverage. Instead of asking, "How can I enjoy this money today?" a rich thinker asks, "How can this money create more money tomorrow?" This shift from consumption to multiplication is the foundation of wealth. Kautilya understood that wealth grows through patience. Many people destroy their financial potential because they cannot delay gratification. They upgrade their lifestyle the moment their income increases. New car, bigger apartment, more subscriptions, more visible status. But the disciplined mind resists this urge. It allows wealth to grow quietly. Another powerful trait of the rich mindset is emotional stability. Money constantly tests emotions. Markets rise and fall. Opportunities appear and disappear. Investments succeed and fail. A poor mindset reacts emotionally to these changes, but a rich mindset stays calm. Kautilya believed that emotional control creates strategic clarity. When a person is calm, they can observe the situation objectively. They make decisions based on logic rather than fear or excitement. This emotional discipline protects wealth from impulsive mistakes. A rich mindset also focuses on value creation. People with a poor mindset often focus only on income. But wealthy thinkers focus on increasing their value in the marketplace. They ask themselves, what problems can I solve? What skills can I develop? What systems can I build? Because income follows value, and value follows skill and strategy. Kautilya also emphasized the importance of systems. Wealth is rarely created through random effort. It is created through structured habits, consistent investing, regular saving, clear financial goals. These systems remove emotion from financial decisions. They create stability. Another defining trait of a rich mindset is independence of thinking. Wealth builders do not blindly follow social trends. They do not feel pressure to imitate the lifestyle of others. They understand that appearances can be misleading. Many people look wealthy but are financially fragile. A rich mindset focuses on assets, not image. Kautilya believed that true wealth is not loud. It is strategic. It is patient. It grows quietly while others chase temporary status. The disciplined mind understands that wealth is not a race. It is a process, and those who master their thinking eventually master their finances. Because when the mind becomes disciplined, money stops controlling the person. The person begins controlling money. Chapter 3. The Strategic Shift. From poor thinking to wealth thinking, Kautilya believed that the greatest transformation in a person's life does not begin with money. It begins with awareness. The moment a person understands how their thinking shapes their financial reality, they gain the power to change it. The first step in shifting from a poor mindset to a rich mindset is responsibility. Many people want wealth, but they avoid responsibility for their financial habits. They blame circumstances. They blame their environment. They blame opportunity. But Kautilya warned that blaming external forces weakens internal strength. When you take responsibility for your financial decisions, you regain control. The second step is controlling desire. A poor mindset constantly seeks pleasure. New gadgets, better clothes, luxury experiences. None of these are wrong in themselves. But when desire becomes the master of your decisions, wealth becomes impossible. Kautilya believed that discipline begins with the ability to say no. No to unnecessary spending. No to impulsive upgrades. No to status-driven purchases. Every time you control an impulse, you strengthen your financial future. The third step is building systems instead of relying on motivation. Motivation fades quickly, but systems create consistency. A rich mindset builds automatic habits, saving a fixed percentage of income, investing regularly, tracking expenses carefully. These systems quietly strengthen financial stability over time. Kautilya believed that power grows through structured discipline, not through occasional bursts of enthusiasm. The fourth step is focusing on growth instead of comfort. Comfort feels good in the short term, but growth creates long-term freedom. A person with a rich mindset constantly seeks improvement, learning new skills, expanding knowledge, building networks and opportunities. Because every new skill increases leverage in the marketplace, and leverage increases wealth. The final step is patience. Many people destroy their financial progress because they expect quick results. They want wealth immediately, but real wealth grows slowly. Kautilya understood that the strongest strategies require time, like a tree that grows quietly beneath the soil before it becomes visible above it. Financial growth follows the same principle. If you remain disciplined, patient, and strategic, wealth compounds. The transformation from poor thinking to rich thinking is not dramatic. It is gradual. It happens through daily decisions, through controlled habits, through consistent strategy. And once this transformation begins, the results become inevitable. Because wealth does not simply follow opportunity, it follows disciplined thinking. And the mind that masters discipline eventually masters its destiny.